Hey guys, thanks for joining us aboard Añejo for the walkthrough tour. She's a 39-foot catamaran, built in 1993 by Privileged Marine. She's our floating home and we love her. We'll see you on the water soon. Cheers. So welcome on board Añejo. Our rear cockpit has enough seating out here for roughly 20 people. That's a huge draw card as to why we bought this particular model. You come through the rear transom and there's giant bench seat across the whole aft end. The centerpiece is a handmade teak wooden table. Again, with full bench seats the entire way around. And then both port and starboard have their very own sun lounges that even someone like me, being 6'6", can lay completely flat on, which is great for an afternoon siesta. Across the rear seats, these are all storage. 1, 2, 3. We throw our dive gear in here. Our generator is in here. This is a 10 kVA generator. That's our 10 kVA generator there. She's an absolute beast and she could run half a city on it. Super handy having all this storage. Everywhere has storage underneath. We have plenty of room for everything. I've just put these out here as well. We also have on our teak slats, we have cushions throughout, making it super comfortable seating. Up on the rail here, have our gas barbecue, a little fillet table for the fish. This is our davit system. This is how we get our dinghy up and down each day. And on the aft in the rear port corner, we have our navigation station. Currently running a B&G Zeus 9. It's a 9-inch screen Zeus 2 model. And our boat is powered by twin Yanmar 39 horsepower 3J H3E engines. And we usually cruise, our cruising speed is around 5 knots at about 1800 RPMs. She has twin 50-gallon fuel tanks for each motor. Raymarine autopilot and AIS receiver. So on the way up the bow, walking down the port side of the ship, plenty of space. These are our little trampolines here. Port side bow. Inside these bows are storage lockers, and in here we have 15 jerry cans, fenders, etc. Same on the other side. More storage internally in the middle here, in the middle hatch. Electric anchor winch here. This is a Lumar windlass. Our main anchor and our backup emergency. Same setup down the other side. And onto our mast. It's got 3 2-speed winches on it. This is our main halyard here, which raises up our mainsail. On the other side we have our spinnaker halyard. This is our boom vang, our boom, our sail bag and lazy jacks. Heading on to our hardtop at the rear. We installed these when we bought the vessel. They're 300-watt Canadian solar panels running to individual Victron smart controller MPPT chargers, which is more than enough to keep this vessel going. So we have one of those on each side. Let me take you down to the engine rooms and show you those bad boys. access down into our engine rooms are under the 2 rear hatches. This is our port side engine room underneath the helm station. So once we get down our 2 steps, this box here is our water heater. That gives us hot water on demand, which comes either from our generator or from our engine use. This is our 39 horsepower Yanmar diesel engine. She's hooked up to our sail drives, meaning our propellers are straight down here instead of a shaft drive, which would be a shaft going down through. Most likely not our preference, but currently can't fault it. This is our house bank. We have 2 183 amp hour batteries. So just over 360 amp hours of house battery supply. Twin Raycol fuel filter setups. Starting battery over here. Smart charge controller systems, alternator regulator box. And we have more ample power chargers over here. These are our power converters, which help run our inverters. And we'll spin you guys around, and these are our solar panel charge controllers. So as I mentioned, these are our Victron Energy MPPT charge controllers. We ended up paying a little bit more money for these things. They have been worth every cent. If anyone's looking at ever doing a solar panel setup, I cannot recommend Victron Energy high enough. It's fantastic. Each one is set up. This is our port side panel and our starboard side panel. This allows access individually and keeps our house batteries completely topped up. Their basic functions, they're bulking at the moment, which means they're taking on as much power as they can. They'll go to absorption mode, which means they'll just use what they need to use in our system. That will run for 1 hour. After that's still taking on too much power, it'll go to float mode, which means we are completely full house banks, and the solar panels will no longer take on any power. We have a Raymarine Smart Pilot Auto Helm Type 2 system, which again has been faultless. A little bit of tinkering in the beginning just to get the settings right. It's been great. Let's head into the starboard side engine bay. So down here in our starboard side engine bay, we have the same 2 steps, and this is where we keep our 12 gallon per hour Village Marine water maker. She runs great. We run her quite a few hours a day, and it's more than enough for Alette and myself to live on. Have the same engine on this side, the Yanmar 39 horsepower 3JH3E, and more batteries over here. Twin Raycol fuel filter setup, and our sail drive straight down. Let's take you inside. So inside, we have a giant U-shaped lounge, easily sitting 10 people. Very large table. It has a sliding out bar. We have a stereo in the corner there, LED lighting throughout. This one has a giant TV in here that we can hook up our nav system to if we need to. This is our electronics internally. This is where we can control our generator. We have our switch panel for the air conditioners, water heaters, battery chargers, etc. We can also see how many amps and volts we're running, and this is where all our switches are, which control our lighting, GPSs, radios, radar, televisions, etc. This is a little chart table underneath here. So let's take you guys down the starboard hull. We got 3 steps down. We'll bring you guys into one of 4 bedrooms on this vessel. Each room is equipped with a sink and tap. for fresh running water. This one we're using as sort of a storage room. Also has a little TV in it as well. And we've made sure that every one of our rooms has 12-volt fans installed. Let's take you up the hallway. This is what a forward cabin looks like. Again, sink, running water. Loads of storage. 3 stairs up into bed. And very, very generous sized bedrooms. Plenty of ventilation, hatches that open in the roof, 12-volt fans, and we have aircon in every cabin. This one originally was 4 cabin and 4 head, so 4 bathroom, 4 bedroom. The previous owner converted this one into a 2 bathroom, 4 bedroom. So this would have been a small toilet and shower, then converted into a little clothes storage. Behind every mirror, storage. Again, full of ventilation and hatches, and all the way down here in this hull is storage. So these cupboards basically house all our spare parts and spare tools. We also have in this hull is our freezer, which we don't currently use, but it is giant. We basically just have dry stores in here. Currently need to be connected to shore power or the generator to use this freezer. But we're going to change the compressor and make that a 12-volt one just to run it off our solar. So as you were to come down the stairs into this hull, you'll find the starboard side head. So this is a shower. It's got 6'7" headroom, which means I can stand straight in it. It's got fantastic ocean views. And a manual Lavac toilet. Not giant, but more than ample to live on. Let's take you guys down to the port side hull. A quick glimpse into identical aft cabin. Exactly the same as starboard side. And this is our galley. We have a galley down. So this means our kitchen is in our midships on our port side. Storage cupboards throughout that go right back in there. Little spice rack in there and pots and pans. We've got a gas burner oven, a princess stove. This is our refrigerator in here, runs off the 12 volt system, which means our solar panels and engines are running, this thing continually runs. It's not massive, but enough for us two to live in. Just like any little bar fridge, it's got plenty of space in it. It does have a little mini freezer at the top here. Although it's not that higher quality, it doesn't keep anything frozen for a long time. So down here in our port side hull, where the other side would be a head, this also was a head, but the previous owner converted this to a pantry, which is enormous. We are fully locked and loaded. We have our tubs of flour, we make our own bread every day, big tubs of rice, and mostly just staple foods in here. 3-ring gas burner, twin sinks, salt water foot pump down here, pump it with your foot, and you'll get salt water out of the ocean directly, or fresh water just like a normal kitchen. And you can throw your garbage down in here, which goes to an under storage bin. Pretty basic across here. Some sharp knives we use every day, more condiments across the top, and we also have a microwave, but very rarely use it, takes up a lot of power. This is the forward cabin. Basically identical to our one. And the bed's not made, sorry about that. And another TV. Again, not used, but plenty of space. Instead, this one here has a little toilet and shower instead of the storage.